on, viewers, and shift our focus to some big news that we are getting for you from Kerala. And this is about a high-profile sexual assault case. 8 years after the high-profile scandal involving actor Dileep, what we have learned that a trial court in Kochi has pronounced its verdict in the sensational case. And what we can also tell you is that actor Dileep has been acquitted. He was found not guilty in this case. Let's straight away go across to my colleague Arpita joining us for more on this. Arpita, it's a big development 8 years after the verdict has been announced and actor Dileep has been acquitted.
Well, yes, this is a big sensational news since the news broke out in 2017. Now, Ernakulam Principal Sessions Court has said that accused number 1 to 6, that is the main accused, Palsasuni, is accused number 1. To accused number 6, they are found guilty, and actor Dileep, who is accused number 8, is acquitted. They have said, the court has said that there's no proof against Dileep of his involvement in the case, and that is why they have said that he's not guilty. This is a big development because the case happened in 2017 in February. After that, it took about 3 years to start the trial, and now it's been almost more than 8 years, and finally the verdict is out. Even though initially it was said that Dileep is the mastermind, because even initial investigation did not have much proof against Dileep, he was named as accused number 8 in the entire case. During the investigation, during the process of investigation, lot of witnesses had turned hostile. They had changed their words last minute. This had given prosecution a lot of trouble, because when the prosecution was submitting the witness in the court, that is when they had turned hostile. The case revolves around actress Dileep and Manju Warrier. In fact, the survivor is Manju Warrier, actress Manju Warrier, who was then Dileep's wife's best friend. So it is said that Dileep had an affair with another actress, and this survivor had given this information to his then wife Manju Warrier. That led to anger in actor Dileep, and that is why he had conspired against the survivor. Even though initially when the news came out that this survivor was gang raped in a moving car while she was traveling from Thrissur to Ernakulam, actor Dileep had come forward showing all the support, but later, few days later, it was known that actor is involved in this case. Since then, it is 8 years since then. Dileep, in fact, earlier had served 85 days in jail. But even after that,
Arpita, I'm just interrupting you there. Request you to please stay on with us. I'm also being joined on the phone line by Tom Varakan of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Good morning, Mr. Varakan. Appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now. Your first reaction to this big development that we've got from Kerala, the actor Dileep, who was involved allegedly in this high-profile assault case of a Kerala actress, has been acquitted because of lack of evidence.
Well, the fact of the matter is, if you examine the case very closely, you will find that the so-called evidences, most of it are fabricated. You won't have a person who is on the 5th or 6th in the list, being charged of rape and other activities. And the evidences are very poor. The judiciary has found it, has taken time to find it out. And I think this is a fit case where this point that the kind of frame that was done on the actor is fraudulent. And I welcome the judgment in my personal capacity. And I think justice has been done finally. And we welcome the decision.
Okay. Mr. Tom Varakan, appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. We have Brinda Adike, who is an activist, also joining us on the broadcast. Ms. Brinda Adike, good morning. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Your first reaction to this big development in this assault case involving actor Dileep. Now he has been acquitted, found not guilty.
Very sad, because there has been a lot of arguments and a lot of circumstantial evidence that has been presented to the court. And these are also evidence that have come as a result of earlier landmark judgments by different courts, including the Supreme Court. With all of that information and the circumstantial evidence, if he has been acquitted, it just goes to show that the entire state and its structures have not done their jobs together correctly and properly. But that said, what stops the judiciary or the judge to take into consideration what is available and dynamically use the discretionary powers that are there with the judge? Because we were looking at this as a landmark judgment. Now you're looking at rape from a very, very patriarchal point of view. With the available patriarchal structures, this acquittal is an absolute loser, especially when we are looking at the kind of violence that rape perpetuates on individuals, not just for that moment, but across their entire lifespan. So that said, in an age today, this is absolutely disheartening and very, very discouraging.
You're saying that this is disheartening and discouraging, and I remember how this entire case, Ms. Brinda Arige, had attracted nationwide attention with the kind of allegations that were made. But you know what, Arpita, my colleague, was telling us that how initially Dileep was seen as a mastermind, and now there were witnesses, who turned hostile. The prosecution found it very, very difficult really to gather enough evidence as was being alleged in this particular case by the survivor. And what we've also learned is that, his fans, in fact, in the court premises apparently said that it's been proven that he was a victim of media trial. How will you like to respond to these kind of points?
First, I'll go with your last point. Media trial is not the right phrase. Of course, it was discussed in the media and viewpoints and perceptions and opinions were gathered, but you can't call that as a media trial. Secondly, victims turning hostile. That's exactly what I have pointed out in my remarks to say that you have a victim protection. And that victim protection has not been extended. For that matter, it is not extended anywhere in India. Though Kerala was a more progressive state, it could have. And we have seen that it has not extended because anybody coming forward is not going to be let off just after making their witness statement in this court. They are going to be hounded afterwards. The society continues to hound them. The perpetrators hound them because perpetrators are usually very powerful and influential. And they have their own lives, and those lives get wrapped up in that witness statement. And that is exactly where the state has miserably failed. So if the prosecution puts that kind of a statement before the court and his or her arguments, it goes to show the prosecution is absolving the state of not taking care of its own schemes of victim protection and taking this matter forward to its logical judicial conclusion. And the other part of his fans, let's not even talk about it. I'm not here to judge any fan, but as a fan, how many of us are objective enough to address that issue of who I am a fan of? That said, it is a loss to women per se.
All right, Ms. Brinda Arige, appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. We have Ms. Abha Singh, senior advocate, also joining us on the broadcast. Good morning, Ms. Abha Singh. Appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now. In February 2017, this case actually shook not just the Malayalam film industry, but, film industries across India. And the way this case was being discussed and the kind of details that emerged were quite unsettling. Now, in 2025, in December, we have learned that the man who perhaps was the mastermind, who was alleged as the mastermind in this case, has been acquitted. He is found not guilty.
It is really shocking, but one will have to read the detailed judgment that how he has been acquitted means the court did not find him guilty because the other accused, 1 to 6, they have been found guilty. I would say if he is guilty, then the High Courts will definitely look into it. Government must go in appeal against them, because the way Dileep's fans are cheering in the court premises after he was acquitted gives a very bad impression. It shows that you can commit the offense and just walk away. But nonetheless, we will have to have faith in the trial court's judgment, because if a court has found him not guilty, then only avenue is that we go in appeal in the High Court. Till the time High Court does not step in and Kerala High Court does not give a verdict, we will have to presume that he is not guilty, and which may be a travesty of justice. But as lawyers, we have to uphold the order of the court.
All right, Ms. Abha Singh, appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. Let me go back to my colleague Arpita, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Arpita, could you break down the details for our viewers, the reasons behind this acquittal? Why did the court pronounce him not guilty while the accused number 1 to 6, in fact, were pronounced guilty?
Well, actor Dileep is accused number 8, and as per the charge sheet, it was said that he, along with other accused, had conspired.
Some problem with the audio. We'll try and reconnect with Arpita, but those are the live visuals that we are getting for you from outside the courtroom. Let's try and listen into what's happening there. Okay, there's some problem with the audio out there. Arpita, over to you.
Well, so the actor Dileep is accused number 8, and as per the charge sheet, he, along with other accused, had conspired against the survivor. In fact, he had asked other accused to film the entire incident of the survivor being raped, and also his plan was to threaten her showing these videos. As per the charge sheet, the prosecution had given proofs where one of the directors had come forward giving evidences against actor Dileep long back. He's currently he's no more now. So he had given audio tapes where Dileep could be heard talking to accused number 1, Pulsar Suni, where he was discussing multiple things about the case, and also there was one audio which said that the police who is investigating the matter, we will deal with these police later. There was these audio clips that were put out as
എന്റെ കൂടെ നിന്ന് എല്ലാ കുടുംബാംഗങ്ങളോടും എന്റെ സുഹൃത്തുക്കളും അവരുടെ കുടുംബങ്ങളോടും അതുപോലെ എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി കാണാത്ത കേൾക്കാത്ത ആളുകൾ ഒരുപാട് പേര്, കോടിക്കണക്കിന് ആൾക്കാരെ എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അവരോടൊക്കെ ഞാൻ ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ടുള്ള നന്ദി പറയുകയാണ്. അതുപോലെ ഈ 9 വർഷത്തോളം എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി അഹോരാത്രം എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി അത് ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് ഡിഫെൻഡ് ചെയ്ത എൻ്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ലോയേഴ്സ്, അതില് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം രാമപിള്ള സാർ, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ജീവിതം കടപ്പാട്.
All his fans, his family members, and all of those who stood with him in this last 9 years. He's thanking his lawyers, and he's saying that I'm finally relieved that I've been proven that I'm not guilty in this case.
അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ അസോസിയേറ്റ്സ് ശുഭ, നിത്യ തുടങ്ങിയ മറ്റുള്ള ജൂനിയേഴ്സ്, അതുപോലെ സുപ്രീം കോടതിയിലെ മൂൾ റോത്തഗി സാർ, രഞ്ജിത റോത്തഗി, പ്രഗ്യമം, വംശി തുടങ്ങിയ മറ്റുള്ള ലോയേഴ്സ്, എല്ലാവരോടും ഞാൻ ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ടുള്ള നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. അതുപോലെ എന്നെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് ഈ 9 വർഷക്കാലത്തോളം ജീവിപ്പിച്ച, എന്നെ അത്രയും സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്ത ഒരുപാട് ആളുകളുണ്ട്. അവരുടെ പേരെടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞാൽ തീരില്ല. അവര് വിവിധ മേഖലയിലുള്ള ആളുകളാണ്. അവരോടെല്ലാം ഈ നിമിഷത്തിൽ ഞാൻ ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ടുള്ള നന്ദി പറയുകയാണ്. എല്ലാവരോടും ഒരുപാട് സന്തോഷം.
ഗൂഢാലോചനയ്ക്ക് പിന്നിൽ ആരാണ്? ഗൂഢാലോചനയ്ക്ക് പിന്നിൽ ആരാണ്?
All right, so that was the first reaction we got from actor Dileep after the acquittal. Nearly 9 years later, actor Dileep has been acquitted in this high-profile Kerala rape case. Arpita, thank you very much for the moment for joining us with your inputs on the story. We'll